So here we are. We're in the Institute. I don't know if Nick made it with me, though. He may not have. Alright.
Hello.
Who just said hello?
Might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I am known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Where is this elevator you speak of? I guess it's over there. Yeah, that looks like it. What probably is it. Can't access that. Alright, well, let's look at this terminal real quick. Emergency relay button. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what the right call is here. Do I call Patriot right now, or do I go ahead and talk to this father guy? I don't know. Oh, we're gonna go into it like this. Hopefully it works out.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
This guy knows a lot about me. Oh, shit. Maybe I was wrong about Patriot.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean.
Father, what's going
It's
on?
me.
What's happening?
I'm your dad.
Oh, that was... They fucked that up pretty bad.
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh, shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here
I
now.
don't know you. Go away! Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
What the fuck?
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing.
What?
The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated.
He's a
He's a
synth.
prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
This is insane. All of it!
The degree of trauma you're experiencing right now is understandable. Please, just try to relax. I know this is all difficult to take in.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been... It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
Jesus.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking. Yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
Sean. It's really you.
It really is. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Okay.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
But, director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position, obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
Are you sure you want this?
Yes, I am. It would benefit us both to work together.
I just don't know.
Just give it time. Give the Institute a chance. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ao in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Alright then. Jesus Christ, that is a lot to take in. I figured I might be able to use the microphone. I don't know why.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
This is really trippy. I knew there was going to be a point where they would have like some sort of sympathetic aspect of the synths. Like that was obviously coming, but to this extent, I don't know. Wasn't quite expecting that. Well. Sean's terminal password. Okay. Enhanced life expectancy. Alright, this is 2285, so this is a few years ago. Kellogg's occasional presence continues to unnerve the others. At first, I thought they were merely intimidated by his confidence and arrogance, or perhaps even afraid of his general being. Kellogg is, after all, a killer, but as I've continued to witness their reactions, gauge their sidelong glances, I've detected something else, something I probably should have anticipated. Jealousy. Kellogg is a living memorial to a forgotten program. He's an augmented human being, a cyborg, really. And the benefits he has received cannot be denied. But really, the scientists here could not care less about enhanced reflexes or greater combat efficiency. No, the cause of their envy is something more practical, more primal. His enhanced life expectancy. Just how long will Kellogg live if he passes naturally, however unlikely that may be? It's hard to say. He's already more than 100 years old, older certainly than any other human in the Commonwealth. His complete physiology has been altered. Perhaps he'll make it to 150, maybe even 200. Let the petty have their petty jealousies. Kellogg is a living testament to the ingenuity and superiority of the Institute, and I take no small pleasure in knowing that must irritate him to no end. Status reports, that doesn't matter. Personal notes. The wait continues. I.O. can only confirm sightings outside Vault 111 and again in Diamond City sometime later. What that means, I'm not sure. Will we actually meet? Was this all for nothing? No, not nothing. I will have learned valuable things about myself, my past, either way. I cannot afford to let emotion get in the way. I must simply observe and record. I'm told Kellogg has gone offline. Strangely, I find myself thinking of Dr. Walker. He had such high hopes for Kellogg, such faith in the implants and what they could mean. I still regret eliminating that project, but I know where it would have led us. Walker was never shy about his goals, and too many others were starting to listen. In the end, I believe I was justified. The Institute is about preserving humanity, not bizarre amalgamation of biology and technology. Synth shutdown. Director access, synth wait, hold up, what the fuck? Oh. Oh, that's shutting down all the synths, okay. That would have killed all those little objectives I had, so it's a good thing I wasn't able to do that. I want to learn some things about this place. Can I not use... I can't use the shower. That's too bad. Well... what's going on down here? Oh, that's where he is. Got it. A little bit further downstairs.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thanks again.
Of course. We're
He
all
didn't say
looking
anything.
forward to working with you.
Yeah. I'm sure you are.
As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
What can I requisition?
I have access to a modest selection of arms, armor, and other items approved for use in field missions.
Let's see what you have.
Is it true food supplement 77 has been discontinued?
remarkable.
That is correct.
It
That
must
was my
make you
favorite
proud
one.
to see all that Father has done.
Would you shut the
I will be
fuck
happy to
up?
forward your request to the Bioscience Division. In the meantime, please feel free to enjoy one of our other nutritious and flavorful food supplements.
I want supplement 77.
I am sorry, sir, but that supplement is no longer available.
Useless machine. You're here. Glad you made it.
The
That's one of the
commissary
things-
is always open. Would you like some processed sustenance packets?
No. That's one of the things that really bugs me about this game is how I'll just be walking around and I'll be trying to listen to like a obviously like setup or pre-rendered or whatever you want to call it dialogue sequence between two characters, and then these fucking random people just walk up to me and decide to start talking, and I can't understand what these two are saying. It's just
Father's a great
really
man.
annoying.
You must be very proud.
Hello. Please ensure that your dietary requirements are being filled.
Oh,
What have you got?
I can offer a range of nutritious and great-tasting food supplements. Food Supplement 7 is very popular
yeah,
for its
that's
spicy
really
flavor.
fucking interesting. It's just one of those things where it's like speak when spoken to, you know?
Everyone's excited about the
I
new
just
Simpsons
wish this game would do that more often, where it just... If I want to talk to you, I'll talk to you. Otherwise, shut the fuck up.
Why can't a synth be a person too? I don't really see the difference.
This is Patriot.
I'm trying to learn chess, but the computer always beats me.
Okay. Oh, I can take all this stuff. That is excellent. I don't know what a spanner is. What does a cauterizer do? I mean, I know what it does, but what is it? Oh. I'll take that shit. What are those? An applicator. Fiber optics. High-powered microscope. That's definitely going to be heavy. Yeah. I'll drop that one. How much do those weigh? Half pound each. Alright. A tri-tool. These are all like new things, so I'm kind of trying to acclimate myself with it. A spanner. It's not worth it.
Hey,
Anything new in here? Ear examiner. Alright, yep. Don't need that stuff. This is pretty cool, though. This is kind of, in a way, reminds me of Caesar's Legion from New Vegas. How it, you know, throughout the entire game, it sort of establishes these guys as the primary antagonists, the bad guys of the game, and then they give you some semblance of understanding as to what the characters are by introducing you to their leader, to their home base and stuff. I think this game probably is going to make these
No visible reaction to the K-14
characters a little bit more sympathetic just because they don't have... Actually, no, they kind of do have slaves, but they're like robotic, so maybe it's
Will
not
there
as
be any
bad.
pain?
I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job to find out. Now hold still.
Uh-oh. What's gonna happen?
There. All done. You can return to your duties. And remember to record every symptom you experience in detail.
I hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor.
Mm-hmm. All this advanced technology, and we still can't cure the common cold.
Good evening.
Once you've settled in, I'll want to do a physical and get a file going on you. No hurry, though.
You're the doctor here?
Everyone's a doctor here. But if you mean physician, then yes, I'm about as close as we've got to one. How about you take some time to get comfortable, learn the lay of the land and such. In the meantime, you come see me if you need to get patched up. We'll do that checkup when you're good and ready. Take care of yourself, so I don't have to.
Alright, and who are the people I have to talk to? Just the division leaders. I'm just gonna assume anybody that's named is a division leader until proven otherwise. Oh, that one has a gun. Hey,
Greetings,
you.
sir.
Oh, okay.
So much research, so little time.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do. I hope
What's
all
up?
your needs are being seen too. You just let me know if they're not.
Doc.
Welcome, welcome. It is so good to meet you. I truly hope you'll come to think of the Institute as your home.
What do you do here?
Oh, I'm in charge of housing and provisions. It's my mission to ensure that everyone lives a comfortable and productive life. You should know that many of us consider it a great honor to have you here.
Yeah, clearly. I don't know what to think of this place quite yet. Also, it's quite large. A lot of doors, a lot of open areas. Yeah, none of that's going to do anything for me. Well, what's this? Nothing. I'll eventually load the holotape and try to find who Patriot is, but for the moment, I don't know if I want to do that. But for the moment, I'm going to just hold off. Just keep looking around, exploring. Robotics.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is more synths bumping into walls. Alright, that's all for now. You can resume your duties. You know, I love my work, but I love being a father even more.
I don't care.
Hi, Doc.
It's a real juggling act, trying to keep all the systems down here operating in the green. This place might look shiny and new, but there's a lot of old technology in these walls. I lose sleep worrying about when the next blackout's gonna hit.
How old are we talking about?
Well, the reactor and a lot of the related systems. You know, cooling, monitoring, power distribution. That's all pre-war tech. Most of the superstructure down here was built later, by the people who survived the war. I guess each generation's been tinkering with the place, adding labs, making upgrades, and so on. There's some stuff I need to check on. See you around, yeah?
So do I go inside these places? Looks like I do. So I suppose I'm authorized personnel in that case.
Welcome. Do you require additional supplies?
Right, now this is where I came from. Okay, so this is robotics, or bioscience, I mean. Okay, so I can just go in any of these places. Alright, well, I'm going to check out the elevator real quick, because I'm assuming all
Nothing
the
to report, sir.
leaders, as they're referred to. Oh. I'm assuming all the leaders are inside of each of these doors. Also, there's that terminal. Actually, you know what? I'm going to unlock that. I don't know if I'm not allowed to, if that'll cause people to give me problems, but I just quick save, so it's not a problem.
I'm in.
Alright, moment of truth. To find out if that causes any problems. No? We're good? What's this stuff? We got sweepers, got a bunch of cauterized. This is all just stuff that are... Yeah, these are all just like all over the place anyway. These aren't. sort of. The other stuff is just junk, but I'm curious as to what that is. That's one thing I'm wondering. The sweeper probably has nuclear material, right? Yes, it does. Actually, it has quite a bit. It's 4 pounds, though. Yeah, I gotta be careful. I don't have a lot of weight left to
Remember, health
bear
and
here.
happiness go hand in hand.
Alright, so we're gonna go to that elevator here real quick. Check that out, see what it's all about. And if there's nothing, then we'll just go back down and we'll maybe take a look at robotics first. That's what I'm thinking. What the fuck?
We are working at optimal efficiency. We are working at optimal efficiency.
What?
Please direct all inquiries to G981.
G981 is our shift leader.
Construction is proceeding according to schedule.
What construction? What are you building? Are they trying to expand? Is that it? Huh. I'm not sure what there is for me to do here, so we're gonna go back down. I was thinking there was something a little fishy going on right there for a second. Like slave labor or something. But, I don't know. Looks like they're just workers that are just expanding stuff is all. I haven't checked out the upper floors, though, have I? Before I continue on, I should probably do that. I think this is just like a home. Yeah, or an office or something. Didn't seem like the upper floors had much going on with them, so I figured advanced systems would be the first place to go.
2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun. Hey. Child synth prototype may truly be the key to our future.
Hey.
Have you seen my girls? I hope they're not getting into too much trouble.
That was productive. One day, I'll design a more efficient reactor to replace that old clunker in the basement.
Doctor.
Oh, hi there. Sorry if I seem distracted. I memorized 5 sets of design schematics, and now I'm doing detailed mental comparisons.
Nobody can memorize a dozen blueprints.
I didn't say it was easy, but I've been practicing at it since I was a little girl. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I just wanted to say how much I admire Father, and that it's an honor to meet you. I really hope you'll stay here with us.
So, what? That was it? That's all I'm supposed to do? Just say hi to people? Oh, hold on a second. Review permissions for assigning sidearms to personnel. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, none of that matters. Personal notes. I have, in the last 24 hours, observed no less than 7 blatant violations of Institute protocol. The degree to which people appear to ignore the rules which have been put in place to keep us all safe is incredibly disappointing. Madison insists that I continue the testing battery with the child synth despite my reservations about the project as a whole. If this were any other situation, I would not have second thoughts about going straight to the director, but given the circumstances, I shall simply wait it out. Okay, so I just want to be completely 100%. So it says, oh, upload encrypted message on any, and also meet the division leaders. I didn't have that marked. Okay, so she's the division leader for this group. Okay.
This is day 8 of Trial 6. The last week has been very productive but exhausting. I think we'll need a break after this. Vinay has done some really marvelous work with the personality mesh. It's almost too good. The responses map almost identically to expectations, some of the most lifelike I've seen. Of course, it's not really Sean. None of his memories are in there. That, even now, would be a step too far. It's starting to have an effect on the team, I think. I know I've been caught up in the moment once or twice. Just a second or two, forgetting that he's not a real boy. Still, I think we'll need to consider restricting him to the lab only for the moment. I'm well aware that others are put off by his presence. If I were slightly more arrogant, I might consider that a sign of success.
Madison Lee. That's the chick from Fallout 3 who worked on the Project Purity experiment, I believe. She was Liam Neeson's like colleague in that game. It's like it's been 10 years, but that's her.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
What is it you're working on?
Advanced Systems, Special Projects. You've seen the boy, Synth, already. We've been hard at work on him for quite a while now. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pipboy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
Tell me about the people in your division.
I'm not sure what there is to say. Dr. Watson is the Specialist Project's lead scientist. He's, how to put it, very organized and precise. Dr. Ormond is one of the youngest scientists in the Institute, and she's something of a prodigy when it comes to physics.
Dr. Lee, I'd like a progress report on your division, if you don't mind.
Taking your new appointment in stride, I see. Very well. We've shifted resources off of other projects, like the Child Synth, to focus on Phase 3. I'm hoping that the above-ground efforts are successful. I understand those depend heavily on you.
Dr. Lee. Is everything okay, Dr. Lee? You seem pretty tense.
Yes, things are... It's fine. I'm sorry, I don't socialize much. I prefer to focus on my work.
Alright then. Still kind of a bitch. Very similar to how she used to be. I don't think I'm allowed to access this. Let's just see. Nope, cannot. I thought it might, like, pull up some turrets or something.
At best, and deadly at worst.
Look at that. Synth relay grenade. What does that do for me? Oh. Okay, they suck. Do 1 damage? What is that? It's nothing. Drop that. There. Okay, so we can, yeah, we can move on to the next one then.
Excuse me, I've got reports to deliver.
Robotics to knock some heads together.
What now?
I don't give a shit about your reports. Report them. I don't care.
Maybe I should take some courses.
Mankind redefined.
Please don't.
Catchy, isn't it?
There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see.
I can see there's a bit of conflict. There's a Courser.
It's an honor
Fuck
to
you,
meet
buddy.
Sir.
Yeah, it's not an honor to meet you. Coursers suck.
Constant vigilance is vital in preventing synth escapes.
Like any machine, a synth can malfunction. Just wish it didn't happen so often.
Hey there.
I swear I spend half my time smoothing the feathers that Justin ruffles. We need to be able to collaborate with the other divisions, and that's a lot harder when they're always angry at us.
By the way, this is synth retention that I'm currently in.
What's Justin doing that's causing friction?
Oh, he's just pushy and demanding. He thinks his problem should be everyone's biggest concern. I have to admit, though, the other divisions have never taken our needs as seriously as they should. Guess they see us as a necessary evil or something. It's really not fair. Oh, just listen to me. It's the first chance we've had to get acquainted, and all I want to do is complain. In any case, it was good to meet you.
Likewise?
If you see any suspicious synth activity, report it immediately.
Furious.
Excuse me, Doctor.
So, here you are. Justin A.O., Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider. The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions, It's nothing personal, I assure you. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I shot it a bunch.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
If you're the acting head of the SRB, who are you filling in for?
Dr. Zimmer holds that position. He's supervising the retrieval of some of the more high-profile units. In his absence, I keep things running smoothly.
Dr. A.O.
Yes? What do you need?
You mentioned that coursers undergo special training. Tell me more about it.
The SRB constantly monitors our Gen 3 synth population, looking for specific traits. Those who show tenacity, fearlessness, and independence undergo a rigorous training regimen. We teach them armed and unarmed combat, investigative techniques, psychology, and mechanical skills. Those who pass a final evaluation become coursers. The rest have their memories wiped and return to their former duties.
I'm not done with you.
What do you want? And please, make it quick.
I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation process.
Fine. Once a courser has located a rogue synth, it uses that synth's recall code to wipe its memories and render it inert. We then begin the delicate process of restoring the neural pathways to their original configuration. In those cases where the procedure is successful, the synth returns to duty with no memory of its time on the surface. All too often, we're unable to repair the damage and are forced to dispose of the unit entirely.
Jesus. That's... okay. Alright. Yep, nope. You lost me. You had me for a second, and then you lost me. Fuck this place. Seriously, fuck this place. Okay, SRB terminal. Department notices our new visitor. As you know, Father has granted full access to our new visitor from the surface. That includes the entirety of the SRB. While we must accommodate Father's wishes to this matter, we must also remain diligent. Refrain from discussing any sensitive information, especially the ongoing investigation involving the Gen 3 synths. In an ideal world, the Railroad will have had no influence on our new guest. We do not live in an ideal world. missing synth investigation. Due to recent developments in our ongoing investigation into the missing synths, I am adjusting our policy regarding discussion of this subject with personnel outside of SRB. In brief, details of the investigation are now classified and cannot be shared with anyone other than the SRB personnel, and even then, such conversations can take place only here in the SRB facilities. Those who are found to be in violation of this policy will face the strictest discipline by Director I.O. Infiltrator Unit McDuno. I'm starting to wonder if M7... Oh, that's the mayor. Right? Yeah, that's the Diamond City mayor, right? I think so. Okay, he hasn't begun to outlive its usefulness, assuming the identity of Diamond City's mayor, yeah, exactly, has provided us with invaluable intelligence over the years, but suspicions have only continued to mount. This latest incident, the publication of that newspaper article specifically calling McDuno's humanity into question, might just be the tipping point. I've spoken with Io, and we both agree if the situation does become untenable, reclamation seems unfeasible. M762 was specifically engineered to mimic the actual human McDuno. As such, the unit's synthetic biology is that of someone overweight and grossly out of shape. A memory wipe would kill any psychological weaknesses attributed to self-perceived old age, but that body, lost cause. The real irony here is that M762 is one of its dispatches back to the Institute. Requested a future posting in the Courser citing loyalty and years of service, and that request alone was evidence of enough self-awareness and independence to completely eliminate him from contention. Never mind the fact that he wouldn't even fit into the uniform. Determination when and if M762's identity is eventually compromised, the unit is effectively decommissioned in field. No reclamation, no institute assistance given its relative age and physical condition, not to mention the danger inherent in an infiltrator unit's discovery. Further lifespan estimated at 2 weeks maximum. So this thing is going to die pretty soon, and if it's revealed to be a synth, it will die on the spot. Interesting. And I have a feeling that our buddy Hancock will probably want to have that information known to him. Jesus. That's another thing that I really don't understand is like, so the Institute sends out synths to replace people, and they kill the people and then take their place in society. Like, how is that adjusted? Like, I don't see how you can have any sort of ethical justification for doing something like that. There isn't one. Like, I'm sorry. Access to SRB, it has come to my attention that certain colleagues who are dissatisfied with our policies and procedures have, on more than one occasion, tried to circumvent our established process for registering their complaints with Father, and have tried to gain access to our secure facilities in order to complain in more direct manner. I'm sure I need not remind you that the SRB is off limits to all personnel not assigned to this division. Do not allow yourself to be browbeaten, cajoled, intimidated, or otherwise manipulated into allowing anyone who lacks the appropriate clearance to enter the SRB. Failure to uphold this mandate will result in severe discipline. It said is severe discipline, but you got what it means. Power conservation. Shit. As you're all aware, Father has asked that we monitor our power usage carefully and try to be as efficient as possible. As a point of personal emphasis, we should strive to be efficient in everything we do, but our division has needs that are unique among the various branches of the Institute. The fact is, sometimes our operations require resources that we cannot readily disclose due to the sensitive nature of what we do. I place my trust in your judgment. If you require additional power or any other resources to carry out your work, then take what you need. Consult me if you have any concerns or questions, but know that the responsibility of meeting your project deadlines falls upon your shoulders, and I won't accept limited power availability as an excuse for failing to meet those deadlines. In short, do what you need to do, and if anyone objects to the way in which we carry out our work, I will deal with those objections myself. Inventory management, that doesn't matter. God damn it. View access logs, that doesn't matter either. Alright, that's a lot of interesting information right there. We found out that Mayor McDuno is in fact a synth, and that that's actually kind of an interesting way of compensating for the shit that he does. I'm assuming this is the same information. List of informants. Cricket. Ooh. The following individuals have proven useful in our reclamation operations. In exchange for caps, these persons have in the past provided information on escaped synth sightings and suspected railroad activity. If you make a new contact, add the individual to the database. So Cricket, she's the tweaker that's right next to Diamond City. She's always selling chems. I don't know about Tommy Lonigan. Combat zone. Wait, is that the ghoul that works with Kate? I'm not sure, but that sounds like it. Trash Can Carla? Really? Fuck. Trash Can Carla is a girl that... Okay, actually, you guys might not know who that is. Trash Can Carla is a caravaner? Sorry. That comes into my sanctuary settlement periodically to sell things. I, like, really frequently, actually, sell things to her and buy things from her. Doc Weathers. I don't quite remember who that is, or AJ. I remember Murawski is in Good Neighbor, yeah, and he was in that hotel. Lucas Miller, don't know that one. Henry Cook. Barkeep in Diamond City. Oh, shit. Good God. This is crazy. Like, these people are people that I never would have expected to be Institute informants. This is ridiculous. I mean, Cook is out of Diamond City now. He left. But still. Jesus Christ. This is crazy. So I don't know what to do with all that information. That's fucking... That's heavy, man. I hate to go, you know, Back to the Future on you, but that's really fucking heavy. Alright, recorder. Yeah, sure, why not? Courser uniform, what does that do for me? Nope. Not doing that, sorry. Do I have everything? Yeah, it looks like it. Black Institute lab coat. Nah, I'm good.
Like any machine, a synth can malfunction. Just wish it didn't happen so often.
Alright, this place was very interesting. It had a lot of crazy revelations and information to come across.
Have synths trying to escape.
I guess we can go and move on to the next one. Fuck. Or, first item, I should say, not place. We're at the first place. Oh, wait, I heard a...